Have you ever wondered how one empire could dominate nearly half the world's population and become the greatest superpower of the ancient world? Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the Persian Empire, exploring how it rose to unprecedented heights and reshaped history forever. The rise of a legendary empire. Imagine ruling almost half of the world's population. Sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly what the Persian Empire achieved around 475 BCE. At its peak, this enormous empire stretched from Egypt and Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, across Western Asia, all the way to northern India and Central Asia. But how did it manage such an incredible feat? The rise of Cyrus the Great. The story begins with Cyrus II, better known as Cyrus the Great. In 550 BCE, Cyrus led a rebellion against King Astyages of Media, swiftly defeating him and taking control over Media's vast territories. This marked the birth of the Achaemenid Persian Empire. Cyrus wasn't just a conqueror, he was a unifier. According to Greek historian Herodotus, Cyrus had Median heritage through his mother, making his conquest seem more like a merging of kingdoms rather than foreign domination. Rapid expansion and strategic genius. Cyrus' military genius quickly became evident. After defeating Media, he turned westward to Lydia, ruled by King Croesus. After a brief siege at Sardis, Lydia fell into Persian hands. Then came Babylon, the powerhouse of Mesopotamia. In 539 BCE, Cyrus decisively defeated Babylonian forces near Opis, east of the Tigris River. Instead of ruling harshly, Cyrus cleverly adopted Babylonian customs and traditions. He presented himself as a traditional Mesopotamian monarch who respected local religions and cultures. This smart move won him loyalty among his new subjects. When Cyrus died in 530 BCE, his son Cambyses II continued this legacy by conquering Egypt in 525 BCE after a short siege at Memphis. Later rulers like Darius I expanded even further into Thrace, Macedonia, parts of Greece, northern Arabia, Libya, and even parts of Central Asia. Innovative governance, satrapies, and local autonomy. One key to Persia's dominance was its innovative system of governance. The empire was divided into provinces called satrapies, each overseen by governors known as satraps. These satraps were often local leaders who understood regional customs and traditions. By allowing these local rulers significant autonomy, as long as they remained loyal to the central authority and complied with tax obligations, Persia minimized rebellions and maintained stability across its vast territories. Infrastructure, roads and communication networks. Another secret behind Persia's success was its impressive infrastructure. The Persians built extensive road networks that facilitated trade, communication, and military movements across their vast empire. The most famous was the Royal Road, stretching approximately 2,700 kilometers from Susa in Persia to Sardis in Anatolia. Alongside these roads were postal stations, ensuring rapid communication between distant regions. Imagine ancient express mail. Cultural tolerance, a key strength. Unlike many ancient empires that imposed their beliefs on conquered peoples, Persia embraced diversity. It was one of history's first empires to adopt an official policy of religious tolerance. People were allowed to practice their own religions freely, as long as they paid taxes and remained loyal to Persian authority. This multicultural approach reduced rebellions and created stability within the empire. Military might. A professional army, Persia's military strength was another cornerstone of its dominance. The empire maintained a large professional army capable of swift campaigns across diverse terrains. Cyrus himself was known for his tactical brilliance on the battlefield. His successors continued this tradition. Cambyses II successfully conquered Egypt after defeating Egyptian forces at Memphis in 525 BCE, following only a 10-day siege. Economic prosperity. Trade wealth. The Persian Empire wasn't just powerful militarily, it was also an economic powerhouse. Its vast territories included some of the richest regions in ancient times like Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, Egypt's fertile Nile Delta region, Anatolia's trade hubs and valuable Central Asian trade routes. By protecting these trade routes with their powerful military presence and infrastructure investments, such as roads and canals, Persians ensured prosperity flowed throughout their territories. Cultural influence, religious tolerance. Persia wasn't just about military conquest. It also influenced culture significantly through tolerance toward various religions within its borders, including Judaism in Babylonian territories, and later Zoroastrianism became prominent during Darius I's reign. The Persians respected local traditions while promoting cultural exchanges that enriched societies across their empire. Legacy that inspired future empires. The Persian Empire didn't just dominate its era, it set precedents influencing future civilizations for centuries afterward. Its effective administrative structures inspired later empires like Alexander's Macedonian Empire or Rome itself. Even after Alexander conquered Persia around 330 BCE, ending Achaemenid rule, its administrative practices continued under successor states like Seleucid Syria or Ptolemaic Egypt.